In this video, I'm going to be talking about why I switched back to the ROG Ally X from the Legion Go, and also talking about how I use the ROG Ally X, because that's a video that I did with the Legion Go, but this is obviously a different console. Before we get into the video, pause the video, let me know in the comments below which handheld PC is your favorite and which ones you're looking forward to in the future. Let's get into this. Alright, so how I use the ROG Ally X. When the ROG Ally, the original one, came out like 2 years ago, it was amazing because of the potential that it had. When the Steam Deck first came out, it was pretty cool because of what it offered. I always loved the Nintendo Switch. I love handheld gaming. You can check out my handheld collection right now in the link right here. So I was very excited for where that was going in the development and stuff like that. Then the original ROG Ally came out and I was like, yo, I have to get that because that is so sick. And I wasn't necessarily excited because of the gaming performance and what you can do in terms of like actual AAA gaming. What I was more so excited about was the ability to play computer games, like literally PC games that you use a keyboard and a mouse with at a desk or on a laptop. And so that's basically what I do like 90% of the time nowadays. When I'm ready to lock in and play some games, for example, a game like Minecraft, I feel like the best experience for Minecraft right now is probably on my handheld PC, the ROG Ally X. But my main use cases are playing PC games. For example, a game like MapleStory. You see I have these games on my desktop right now. Grand Chase, Rumble Fighter, MapleStory, and MapleStory N as well. I'm going to make a video on that, how to play MapleStory Universe, MapleStory N. But yeah, I have all these computer games and that's what I play. Like literally I'll hop on, do my MapleStory dailies and then I'll log off. Or I'll hop on, play some Rumble Fighter and log off. Nowadays, I feel like I don't have so much time in the world, which is why I love handhelds in the first place, because you can just pull them out. When I first got the original ROG Ally, it clicked in my brain like, yo, this is so sick and perfect, because I just became a father like 2 years ago. My daughter turned 2 in February this year, and when she was born and stuff like that, and as she was growing up, it was hard to game. It was hard to actually play games. She demanded obviously a lot of our attention as parents. There's already so many things you got to worry about and do in life, and having a kid on top of all that makes it a little bit harder to do smaller things like play games. So when the ROG Ally came out, that was one of my favorite use cases. Being able to hold my daughter while I'm putting her to sleep and getting a little bit of gaming in. And honestly, that's like quality of life. That is taking care of yourself. All that to say is part of the reason why I went back to the ROG Ally X. This form factor, the smaller form factor versus what I had with the Legion Go, is because of how small it is, how easy it is to carry, how easy it is to maneuver in life. Like, I still have to carry my daughter pretty often, even though she's 2 and she walks and stuff like that. There'll be times where she gets tired and she wants me to carry her, or I gotta carry her a little bit to sleep and, helping her play with her toys and stuff like that. If I'm playing on a laptop, I gotta lift it off my lap, get up, close it, whatever, make sure it's not somewhere where it's gonna fall and break. You can't just put a laptop anywhere. Versus a handheld PC, like, yes, you don't want it to fall, but like, I can put this securely somewhere random more easily than a laptop. So then if it's a desktop, I gotta run all the way upstairs. The desktop will be in my office probably. I'm not gonna have a full desktop in my room. The handheld PC just allows me to get gaming in these small increments when still being around my family and even with my daughter. If we're not playing toys together, then she might be playing by herself. I can, hop on MapleStory and do a quick little daily run or even do a quick little boss, whatever it is. That's mainly how I've been using my handheld PC. And then when I actually do play games, I just find that the ROG Ally is just a better ergonomic experience anyways. Like if I'm playing Power World, if I'm playing Minecraft, if I play Sonic Frontiers, No Man's Sky, all these games, they just feel better playing on this form factor versus the Legion Go. And I love the Legion Go. It's actually my favorite handheld PC. I think it's better overall in terms of like the overall package, what you get. But I think for my lifestyle right now, the ROG Ally X just makes so much more sense. And now, of course, with the handheld PC, you don't have unlimited battery life, but thankfully the ROG Ally X has a really big battery, and I'm actually able to get like basically the double the battery life that I was able to get with my Legion Go. So that's another reason why I chose the ROG Ally right now. It's just a really good experience, but the battery will run out eventually, and that is why I have these portable chargers right here. So these are some Inui chargers. They sent me a couple of these for free, so shout out to them for doing that. And I actually was a customer of Inui before they even reached out to me to collab, so I was very excited for that. But these chargers, these power banks, are amazing because of what they can do, the versatility. So this big one is really fast. You can charge up to 140 watts. That is insane. So that means that you can basically charge anything. So you can charge your ROG Ally X, you can charge your Legion Go, your Steam Deck, your laptop, etc. It is a huge capacity at 27,000 milliamps, and it's just really nice. And then also when you're charging, if you plug it in, you can see the estimate of how long it's going to take. You can see the power output and stuff like that. Just a really cool charger. It has 3 ports as well for charging multiple devices at one time. And honestly, all 3 of these are different sizes. These 2 can do 100 watt output, so they both can charge the ROG Ally X and everything else. They are only 25,000 milliamps compared to the 27,000 milliamps on the big one. And yeah, I mean, it's a little bit slower, but it still gets the job done, and I've been enjoying it, especially this one. Look at how small it is. Inui's tech and ability to cram such amazing stuff and good thermals into such a small package is amazing. And then you have this one. It's very small. Look at how small it is in the palm of my hand compared to the other ones. Very, 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 very tiny. It has the battery capacity of 10,000 milliamps, and it is able to output up to 45 watts. However, in a few days, they are actually releasing a newer pocket rocket version of this, and still the same charging speed and capacity, but this one is upgraded to be better with the thermals and more efficient. It's a bit more refined. If you look at the cables, you can see that the newer one has a better shape to it. It looks more firm. The braided cable looks a little more high quality. But yeah, it's really cool because of the fact that it can output up to 45 watts and it's 10,000 milliamps in the palm of your hand. Like, look how small it is. But then also this cable right here, it's not just a strap. It's literally a USB-C cable capable of outputting the rated charging speeds. And it's just good to go. Like, you can easily charge up your phone, even some laptops, like my wife's laptop, her Samsung Galaxy Book. I was able to charge it with this. This one is their newest one, and it is really cool. It really is a pocket rocket, really reliable and good. Very versatile, so make sure you check it out. And I know these 3 don't necessarily work with the ROG Ally X or other handheld PCs. However, if you need a power bank, definitely check out Inui. Shout out to them for sending me that. So because of my lifestyle, you know, always moving around, always doing stuff, always on the go, it is very nice to have these power banks that I can just throw in a bag. Like, look at the sizes, even the biggest one compared to the ROG Ally X. Like, literally, I can carry just a small bag and I'm good to go. I can power up my ROG Ally X and have a good amount of time, to be honest. Like, the battery itself is amazing already, and this will enable me to basically have like another full charge really for the ROG Ally X in terms of like playtime. So I don't always use the ROG Ally X as a handheld. I also dock it a lot with my Legion Go. That was something I did a lot at this desk. I'll put it on the desk and then, you know, connect it to external screens. I have a dock set up, and that's basically what I do with the ROG Ally X as well. So basically, it's like I go in my office if I'm gonna dock and use the desk, put the ROG Ally X in the slot, kind of like a switch, take the cable, plug it in. I use this as a stand, and then ROG Ally X is good to go as a desktop. And that's how I've been using the ROG Ally X. It's just a great experience, you know, very versatile experience. Personally, I'm somebody who loves tech that can do multiple things. I don't want something that is dedicated for one thing and another thing that's dedicated for another thing. I want one thing that can do everything. That is why I love the Samsung foldable devices, because of how versatile they are in terms of being a tablet, a phone, and then when you connect to a screen, they are a computer as well for different things. So I love versatility, and I think the ROG Ally X still does that. I wouldn't say it's as versatile as the Legion Go, but it offers a similar experience. The one thing that the ROG Ally X offers in terms of like using it as a desktop PC is that it has more RAM than the Legion Go. I know this is not necessarily a big advantage when you consider the Legion Go S, and the Legion Go 2 is going to have more RAM as well, even more RAM than the ROG Ally X. But the 24 gigs of RAM really makes a difference in terms of stability and just things working. I feel like games just run a little bit more better than the Legion Go. It doesn't necessarily get you higher FPS or, you know, better benchmarking and stuff like that. Not necessarily. The stability and what you see. And then also this has a VRR screen as well, which helps when the FPS is like, you know, going up and down or whatever. It makes it feel more stable. So in terms of pure gaming, the ROG Ally X is definitely the better option compared to the Legion Go. Yeah, I mean, that translates even to when it's docked as well. So I think I love both of the handhelds, the Legion Go and the ROG Ally X, but this right here is really good, man. The form factor, like I said, the ergonomics, they're just better. It's a smaller size, easy to carry around, put it down, pick it up, very easy. It's lighter than the Legion Go by a significant amount. And yeah, that's basically how I've been using the ROG Ally X. I use it on the go, you know, when I'm dealing with my daughter, walking her to sleep or whatever it is, just carrying her, I can get a little bit of gaming in. And then I also use it as a desktop. I've been enjoying the versatility. I've been enjoying the better battery life. There's been so many days where I literally just don't even charge it. I play on it for a little bit, then I just leave it wherever it is in my room or whatever. And then I go back to play with it, you know, a couple more times in the day. Whereas with the Legion Go, I definitely have to charge it up more often Definitely not as often. Like if I'm playing just Maple Story, then it can last a couple hours. The battery's pretty decent for that. But I feel like this can even go into another day of usage for me, in terms of like just one battery, one charge. So I'm not necessarily tied to a charger, but if I am, I just bring this with me, even upstairs in my house, and call it a day. And then one other thing before I end the video is I also use my handheld PC as a PC or a laptop. So, you know, I'm always recording video, I'm always taking photos, transferring them on and off my phones and stuff like that. And these things, they are amazing, but they have, you know, limited resources. So sometimes I need to offload files onto a computer, organize them and stuff like that, and then clear up space on these. So when I'm on the go and I got to back up a phone, whether I'm selling, trading, or just, you know, making a video, I can use the ROG Ally X very quickly to transfer files onto it. Boom, now my SSD is cleared up and I can use it to back up newer files and stuff like that. So I've been using it like that as like a little, honestly, like a little laptop or a tablet, I guess, but it's a full-fledged Windows PC. So I can do so many different things, like move files, organize them, create folders, delete files, and even format SSDs if I need to and stuff like that. It's been really nice in that sense too. So for my workflow, for my life, this has been amazing because of how small it is and how capable it is. This thing is crazy. And one of the reasons why I love the Switch is because, look at it. It's so small, so thin, and very light, and very capable, especially the Switch 2 with the upgraded performance and stuff. And then you can take off these to make it even smaller and fit into bags and stuff. So the Legion Go is like almost there. It doesn't have the removable controllers and it's a little bit thicker, but like the versatility is amazing because of the power and the software, the storage, 1 terabyte, 24 gigs of RAM, you know, stuff like that. Just a really good console, really good handheld, and also a really good laptop, low key. That's what I use as well. You know, I got my wireless mouse for whenever I need it. But yeah, so that's basically the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know which handheld PC is your favorite and also which one you are looking forward to in the future. But until the next video, we're out. Peace.